Oh, wow. We are doing it. We are live right now on Backchannel. Folks, my name is Hal Rudnick. I am your pal Hal. And we will be hanging out for the next 2 hours, all sorts of good times in store. You know what? We're going to chat. I'm gonna talk about some stuff. I would love to hear from you. I would love your comments. If you agree with me, let me know. If you disagree with me, let me hear it. Anything goes. Anything goes. And what are we going to talk about? There's going to be pop culture. There's going to be some movie stuff. There's going to be some goofs, some hijinks, some current events, some trending topics. Oh boy. It is going to be, you know, today, Tuesday, the 15th of March, 2022, is going to be a show for the ages. That's right. A show for the ages and a show for all ages. Come one, come all. And, my friend Grass Puddle's in the house. Always great to see you, pal. And whatever we're talking about, whenever we're talking about it, this show is markedly better with your participation. You know what? You make it better. Whether you love what's happening, whether you chime in and you're like, Hal, please shut your mouth. I mean, maybe you could say it in a little, in a more delicate way. But if you disagree, I want to hear it. I love it. I love the participation. And I wish I had just a case full of participation trophies to hang out. That has a weird, not a great connotation sometimes. But I love when our listeners, when our viewers join in the fun. So here's how you can participate in the show. One, if you're listening on your smart device, get your smart device's attention. I'm not going to say the name of your smart device because I don't know if it's connected to your house and all of a sudden I say the name of your smart device and it shuts off the lights or it shuts off the stove, shuts off the washing machine, whatever it is you're doing. So because that's how the smart devices work nowadays. Get your smart device's attention. Use the magic word say and then pop in anything you want after that. So yeah, if you want to let us know what you're up to, smart device, say, I'm in the middle of doing laundry. Smart device, say, I'm making a stew. Smart device, say, I'm staring into the endless void, contemplating existence. Whatever you want, I want to hear it. Or you can go to YouTube, chat with us there, or you can go to backchannel.tv and communicate. Let us know what you're up to, or leave a review of the show. You could say, you know what? Hal should shave more often. That's the review that my mom would probably leave. I got a little, definitely got a good scruff going today, but what are you going to do? So, your presence, I consider your presence a present. Hooray. And maybe you're just waking up. Let us hang out and wake up with you. There you go. The rooster is crowing. Time to get up. Time for a good time show right here. Just as Grass Puddle mentioned, there's going to be plenty of hijinks, nonsense, shenanigans, goofs, gags, etc. And we could not do our show without my trusty cohort. He's got his hand firmly on the controls. Producer Travis. Travis, where you at? What are you doing? Travis.
Yes. Hello. I'm here.
How goes it? How goes it?
It goes well. I'm happy to report all my lights work today, which is thrilling.
Oh, great. Yeah, we had a little power outage yesterday.
Yeah. It was just the switch, thank goodness.
Thank goodness.
Not the breaker, the surge protector itself. Anyways.
Gotcha.
It's beautiful outside. It's one of those days I'm just really grateful to live in Los Angeles. You know, it's like the mid-March and it feels like May, but in a way that doesn't make me scared about global warming, which I am, but just more like, oh, this is nice. This is nice. Having a great time. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. No, I really like this city. I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
Yeah. Right? There's so
Yeah,
many times
I've
I'll
lived
just
here
be
for
somewhere.
20 years at this
Whoa!
point. So
When do you get
yeah,
do you get like a pin in the mail?
no, but I got a
Something?
pin in my foot the other day. The
Oh,
other day, I was this is just a complete non sequitur.
yeah.
Um, by the way, Grass Puddle says he saw your lights fail last episode. Uh, any sign of a T-Rex size footprint? Because I know you've got beef with our resident dinosaur friend Harry T. Rex.
That's true. No, I couldn't pin that on
Okay,
Harry. That's just the gross incompetence of the wiring of this house.
gotcha. So I was walking the dogs the other day, and
Uh-huh.
there was a branch with large prickers on it, with large
Ooh.
little yeah, thorns. And I was wearing sneakers, and I'm like, I wanted to snap the thorn, so I stepped on the thorn. Like I went to step on it real hard. It went right through my friggin' sneaker and right onto my foot. I was like, "Guy!" And
Oh, no, no, no,
I
no,
let out a yelp
no.
and I sat down on the ground and took off my shoe and sock, my sneaker and sock, to make sure like there wasn't a bleeding hole and that I didn't have to go home and apply like peroxide and
Ugh.
disinfectant immediately. It was okay. It was okay, but it hit my foot so hard it was like I got stuck with a pin in my foot.
God, sorry to hear that. I'm glad you
But
didn't break the
like,
skin and you don't have
yeah.
flea
Oh,
rabies.
yeah. No, your feet are I guess are thick and tough. The skin on
Yeah.
the feet. It's listen. God made a beautiful creation when He created man, huh? But there's a guy I complained about him a long time ago just because I feel emasculated.
Okay.
I feel less of a man when I see this
Oh,
guy walking around our neighborhood. Who we've nicknamed him Tarzan,
nice.
and
Good.
he walks around oftentimes shirtless.
Mm-hmm.
He's a long haired you know what, for lack of a better term, a hunk, a long haired hunk.
All
um,
right.
and he's often he's barefoot all the time. I only saw him wearing shoes once, and it was when it was raining out. It was rainy. uh, and he often has his baby. He has a baby, and
Wow.
he's shirtless, wearing a baby Bjorn with shorts and no shoes. And you know what? Like, but he's always shoeless, and I'm like, that's gotta hurt. I mean, he probably doesn't do the dumb crap I did of stepping down for fun onto a thorn, thinking like, oh, I'm just gonna snap that thorn in half,
That is pretty funny.
instead of having it go through like so. But yeah, I oh yeah, rare. Although I am shoeless here, I showed you my foot. I think we got flagged for showing feet, by the way, because there's some. Hey, Travis, between you and me,
Why am I
there's some
leaning into the microphone?
there's some there's some foot freaks out there. You know what I'm saying?
I've heard.
Some people,
So I've heard.
I'm not. I didn't come here to kink shame or anything, but
Yeah, yeah,
hey, listen, you do you, you do you.
yeah. I saw.
Marilyn Fields. I just want to shout out Marilyn Fields. Marilyn Fields is telling you to turn off your power now, Travis.
My power now. I mean,
Turn off
no.
your power now.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to refuse.
Good, good.
Once Upon a
Sorry,
Time in Hollywood.
Marilyn.
That's what I was thinking of. That's what I was thinking of.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. What
Yeah.
about it?
Oh, just another Quentin Tarantino foot joke.
Oh yeah. Camilla in Texas. Camilla, I'm doing very well. How are you? What are you up to today? Are you eating any snacks? By the way, everybody, chime in with what snacks you're enjoying. I'm drinking this Shamrock Shake. This is actually a healthy green shake that my
I was gonna
wife
say,
made.
good lord.
Yeah, and it's very nice. But Camilla, what are you up to? What are you snacking on? And let me shout out everybody who's some of the folks who's hanging out with us today. Melinda, in Virginia. What up? What up in VA? London, pleasure having you here. Karimas, welcome. Stacy just joined in. Stacy, we always love having you. Lisa, and as I said, Marilyn Fields. Marilyn Fields, please send my regards to your sister, Strawberry. Strawberry Fields forever. Camilla, we have Aha in the house. Hey, Aha, I wanted to pass along a message to you. Take on me. Okay, oh, come on, it's we're having fun here. And our friend Stacy. What are you snacking on? What are you snacking on? Oh, one of Travis's friends just entered the chat. Travis, how do you pronounce your friend's name?
Oh boy. 6.
Throw it up on the screen so people know what you're babbling about.
Oh god, not that one. This one. Yeah.
David, yes,
6.
Andy McLean, my pal down in great state of Texas. I love visiting LA and San Fran areas, but I don't know if I could ever live there. Traffic is a nightmare and everything is expensive.
Yeah.
True. Grass puddle. Yeah, going to be around San Jose for the next few weeks. Not going to enjoy the traffic.
That's all the traffic with none of the fun.
Oh boy. Yeah. Real car culture here. Knock on wood, I'm happy to be working from home.
Yeah.
My commute is not bad. Just from the crapper to the desk, you know what I'm saying?
You sleep on the crapper?
Rob Schaefer in the house. Hi, Hal and
Hey.
Travis. I was snacking on some chips and dip. Nice. Mrs. Renfro's goat pepper cheese dip. It was wickedly hot.
Oh, right on.
That sounds tasty though. Man, I like hot. I like hot. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of a little spicy. Andy, enjoy the scenery and safe travels to Grass Puddle.
That might have been to you from your bathroom to this room.
Oh, me. Yes.
Bon voyage! Bon
yes.
voyage!
Godspeed, my friend. Godspeed. Rob Schaefer. By the way, Mrs. Renfro, if you ever want to advertise on your Pal Hal show, we're here for you. We're here for you. I'm not going to go full on right now, Travis, with that. But let's go with both. Andy McLean says that's great. Travis, anything else to report? I haven't seen you in 22 hours.
Goodness.
What are you doing with your life?
With my life? Well, right now I'm realizing I left my water inside, which is a bummer. I'll amend that later. And also, I am just absolutely thrilled because it is the year 2021, and that means
no, it's 2022.
Sorry, it is the year 2022.
Oh my God! And we're in March at this point. We're halfway through March.
What's really sad is I almost said 2020 and corrected up to 2021.
I mean, you know what I like to say for fun?
Don't get Alzheimer's.
Well, knock on wood. I like to say, when I'm talking about some random stuff with somebody, I'm like a crazy news story. It's like, what are you gonna do? It's the 90s.
That's good. I like that. That.
But all right, it's 2022.
It's
Travis.
2022,
Welcome.
and that means that there's a lot of stuff that's suddenly kind of old now that was relevant when I was a teenager, and this is my first time encountering that, and it's like a thing. What's cool though is there are a lot of acts and bands and things coming around saying, "Hey, it's been 10 or 15 years since we did this thing. We're going to go and do that." So one of my absolute favorite bands from high school called the RX Bandits announced today they're going to be doing like a handful of shows around the country. And one of the cool things about living in Los Angeles, another thing is anything that happens somewhere happens here.
Yep. Yeah, I noticed that When We Were Young tour
Yeah, that big that
or
3 day
concert.
festival up in Vegas, which good
Yeah,
lord in heaven.
When We Were Young featured. Yeah, what were the bands here? Paramore, My Chemical Romance, AFI. Like, see, Avril Lavigne, Bright Eyes,
Yeah.
Jimmy Eat World. See, when you're an old head like me, it's it's like, oh, the When We Were Young tour. Sorry, I was already old. Well, yeah, I mean older.
Older.
Yeah.
You do
Uh,
not. That does not hit you in the nostalgia. That does not hit the nostalgia button for you quite so hard.
no. I want to hear the Glenn Miller Orchestra. Um,
Gene Krupa. Here we go.
There you go. Beware the Ides of March. Watch your back, says Rob Schaefer. Yes, yes. You don't want to get stabbed by someone in a toga. Grass Puddle stab some Caesar salad. Yes, rather than stabbing Caesar, stab a little Caesar salad on your fork. I like a nice Caesar. But let me. Here's an issue I have. I would love to hear Rob Schaefer's opinion, or everyone's opinion for that matter. But Caesar salad. I really enjoy a nice Caesar salad. I like a nice thick, crusty crouton, and the dressing. Although I do like an oil-based dressing as opposed to a heavy cream dressing, health wise. But have you noticed? Have you noticed? Oh, Rob Schaefer says Caesar salad is from Mexico. Caesar.
Caesar
Well,
Chavez salad.
maybe. Caesar salad often has anchovies, or a lot of times they put like an anchovy, or there's some kind of fish.
Anchovy
Bait.
dressing, things like that.
Yeah, and I that is where I like press pause. That's where I'm like, okay, time out. I am not an anchovy boy. I am not. I don't want it. I don't like it. I don't want it. I don't even want to dip my toe. And I'm not super like fish resistant. I love sushi. Travis and I have talked about this before. Travis, who does not have a sushi forward palate, I guess. Travis, if could I take you out for sushi sometime, and will you eat? Will you try some stuff?
That's a very good
Oh, but you
thinking
said
to add the
people have
last half.
offered. People have
I've
offered.
done it. I've done it. It's just I'm like, yeah, if you want to be disappointed, I'll do it.
Nah, nah. I've been
Yeah, right.
disappointed
See,
enough.
there's
You know
better
what?
things to do with our time and money.
I've been disappointed enough in my life. But yeah, I'm not an anchovy. Where do you guys stand on the anchovies? Like, if they brought you a Caesar salad covered in anchovies, like, I would have to send that back. I would be like, I am so sorry, I can't eat that. Or just, yeah, I wouldn't even want to pick them off. I would just, yeah, it would just, So Caesar salad with anchovies, Travis, so yeah, you've been contemplating your fleeting youth. What else?
Yeah. I mean, not so much of that. Just a lot of shows coming up. I'm going to, and speaking of music festivals, I've got one on Saturday I'm going to. Going to go see the Smoke and Grooves Festival out of the LA Historic Park.
Okay, who's playing there?
And that is going to be from just the headliners. Just the headliners. We're looking at, I had this poster pulled up. Biddly, 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 boo. We are looking at, there it is. Erykah Badu, Nas, Miguel, The Roots, The Internet, Flying Lotus, Kamasi Washington. Just a big old kind of neo-soul LA thing.
Damn, that sounds rad. That sounds rad.
Yeah.
Enjoy. Stacy is drinking a protein shake right now. Very cool. And Stacy is not an anchovy.
Oh, that's good.
By the way. Hey, your boy Jonah, my boy Jonah in the house. What up, my dude? Glad to see you here. Thanks, Jonah. Rob Schaefer loves a good anchovy, but can only handle them once or twice a year. Okay, yeah. I can, yeah. I'm not a fan, but But you know what? All good. All good. You know what I found before we jump into our Twitter trending topics and stuff? I found this little book of insults and comebacks,
Whoa.
Travis.
Cool.
So, oh, thoughts on pineapple? I like pineapple on pizza. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I'm good on pineapple on pizza. Jonah. Jonah, any? Do you have any thoughts on pineapple on pizza? Oh, but here's the thing. I don't like ham. I don't like ham. But I
In
love
general?
pepperoni. I love bacon. For some reason, just the consistency and tell me if this word makes any sense.
Sure.
The the fleshiness of ham.
Now, question: is this so? If we're to think of ham in its sort of presentations, there's pizza ham, which is like thin slice and cooked on top of the pizza again. Then there's deli ham. Then there's like ham steak, like you would get at Christmas. None. Cool.
D. None of
There
the
we go.
above.
Yeah. And see, here's something. See, I don't mind ham. I'll have some of it. I like it. I'm not an evangelist, but I'm okay that you don't like it. That does not bother me.
Okay. Okay, I see what you're trying to do here, Travis. But
Just putting it
I
out
have
there.
asked I have asked you to bend the knee to peanut butter and
Yeah.
sushi because those are things that I love.
Sure.
Okay?
Okay. Fair enough.
If you were a ham lover, it
And
might
I
be
thank
what's
God
what's a
each day
food
that
that
I'm
you
not.
love? What's a food that you love? I know you love Mexican food.
Oh God, I love Mexican food. Yeah. If someone was like, I don't like al pastor, you know, eat
Speaking
all
of
the same.
pineapple, al
Yeah.
pastor is great on a pork taco. So yeah, and it's not a Jewish thing. I don't keep kosher. I listen. Like
Yeah.
I like pork. I like bacon. I like sausage. But I don't like ham. So
That's hey.
that's
I don't blame you.
but
Yeah.
yeah. Andy McLean says ham can be a bit leathery. Yes. Yeah. Jonah enjoys pineapple on pizza. Andy McLean, pineapple and bacon on pizza. Yeah, I'm right there with you. That's some good stuff. All right. I'm gonna pick a random. Give me a page number between 1 and 99.
72.
72. Okay. I'm gonna read you a comeback or insult from page 72.
Wow. Imagine breaking this out in conversation.
Okay. You know what, Travis?
Sure.
Your motto is if two wrongs don't make a right, try a third.
Okay. Hurtful. That's just That's like criticism of one's fundamental decision making process. That's like it's kind of raw. Not gonna lie.
Here's the thing, Travis.
All right. All right.
I can always tell when you're lying.
Uh huh.
Your lips move.
Wow. These are sweeping declarations.
Boom.
That thing's
This
out
is
for blood.
and you know what? None of those none of those statements I just made are reflective of how I actually feel about Travis.
This was merely an
um,
exercise.
Yes, merely an exercise. Travis is seems to me, even though I've never met him in person, or to be a truthful individual, and he's not guilty of terribly poor decision making or wrong, like all these wrongs depicted in those phrases. Well.
Right.
Yeah. Grasp. I mean, listen. We all have our
Yeah.
our
Nobody's
moments.
perfect.
Grass Puddle says pineapple and ham hits the good salty sweet combo. So just replace the ham with something else salty. Yeah, Grass Puddle, for sure. I like. I've had pineapple and bacon, and that is a jam I can get down to. All right, let's wade into the Twitterverse, dive into the Twitter sphere, and look at some trending topics. First off, going to talk a little bit Ukraine. So, oh yeah, This is a sad story. This is a sad story coming out of Ukraine. Yeah, all like it's all sad. Well, first off, the residential buildings in Kyiv hit by shelling ahead of European leaders' visit to the Ukraine capital. Airstrikes hit Kyiv early on Tuesday morning, causing damage to residential buildings as leaders from Poland, Slovenia, Czech Republic head to the Ukrainian capital on Tuesday to meet with President Zelensky. Czech Prime Minister Peter Fiala said the aim of their visit was to confirm the unequivocal support of the entire European Union for the sovereignty and independence of Ukraine. A curfew has been announced in the capital as difficult peace talks between top negotiators from Russia and Ukraine governments resumed. Pardon me. Um, so, yeah, this is the shelling, the bombing. It continues. It's good to see that the EU is supportive, but right now that is just manifested in financial and support and supplies. But yeah, this is what's the end game here? Like if they support, I mean, I'm just asking questions that I have no answers to now. No one knows, or do they? I don't know. But the if Russia takes Kyiv, what happens? TBD. Also, will they? Is how dangerous is that for leaders to go to the capital of Ukraine? European European leaders. Yeah. So it's yeah, ongoing story, and let's bring up that story about that cameraman. There was a Fox cameraman killed by bombing. Peter.
It turns out that's Peter. Is that Zarkowski?
Gotcha.
Sorry, I'm looking for the. There we go. Gotta find the story here.
Yet another colleague killed near Kyiv, Pierre Zarkowski of Fox News. War zone gets increasingly dangerous for non-combatants, particularly journalists. Yeah, and we've already seen striking footage of journalists coming under fire. Two members of the Fox News team were killed in the attack. Yeah, just terrible stuff. I mean, you're really laying it on the line. Obviously, when you're covering a war zone, and veteran video journalist for Fox News, Pierre Zakrushki, was killed outside Kyiv after the vehicle he was traveling in was struck by incoming fire on Monday, the network has announced. Alexandra Kuvshinova, also known as Sasha, who was working with the Fox News team, was also killed in the attack. Senior field reporter Janet Freeling said in a tweet she was 24. Zakrushki had repeatedly covered conflict in the field for Fox News, including in Iraq, Afghanistan, and Syria. He was 55 years old. I mean, one of just countless sad stories coming out of this conflict. And, what a slap in the face that someone, I don't mean to use this as to get on a soapbox, but pardon me while I say, what a slap in the face that someone on his own network, Tucker Carlson, among others, would take the opportunity of this conflict to sing the praises or question whether or not Putin was in the wrong. And meanwhile, not only is a sovereign nation invaded, civilians getting killed, but now your colleagues. So wrong side. Tucker Carlson, consistently on the wrong side of history. Uh, there you go. And then, there are heroes coming out of this conflict, like uh, Volodymyr Zelensky, Vladimir Klitschko, and the men and women who are, on the ground defending their home and their nation. And one of those heroes popped up on a Russian broadcast the other night. And if you want to bring up that story, Travis, Marina Ovsvanikova. Marina Ovsvanikova. And if you want to get a picture of her and the sign she held up. So, yeah, if you want to play that video there, Travis. Russian state TV employee interrupted a live broadcast with a no war sign. And that's like what a risk that is to do that, because in Russia, yeah, they are not. They do not take that stuff lightly. Not exactly a bastion of free speech. Don't yeah, don't take kindly to peaceful protesters. Let's scroll down. We can read a little bit about this woman and this act of defiance. Russian TV presenter Marina Ovsiniakova, who said no to war. Russian journalist who protested against the war on the country's most popular TV channel has been missing overnight. The whereabouts of Marina Ovsyannikova remain unknown after she stormed into the set of Russia's state TV, Channel 1, live on the air with an anti-war sign. And yeah, she held it up for a few seconds. People were able to see it, and then they quickly cut away to some B-roll, some other footage of something. But yeah, now she's missing. Yeah, welcome to Russia. Welcome to Russia. Pictured TV presenter Marina Ovsyannikova protested against the war. The country's popular TV channel appears in court after disappearing for over 12 hours. Okay, good. You want to keep scrolling? Is there any more news there? Russian court has fined anti-war protester Marina Ovsyannikova, Channel 1 employee who interrupted the news broadcast last night by holding a sign decrying the war in Ukraine, 30,000 rubles, which translates to 280 British pounds, which would probably be, what about 350 American dollars, I would guess. Well, you know what? Glad she's not shipped off to Siberia or thrown in the gulag. But who knows? Who knows? All we get are these pictures and images, and I'll take it all with a grain of salt. Travis?
Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if this is sort of in a sense, its own kind of statement punishment of that it was,
Excuse me.
no problem, advantageous of them to not, from a PR perspective, to not, send her to Siberia, or if this was just, the logic of this reaction is interesting to me. I wonder what the thought process was.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, because part of me was like, oh, they didn't disappear this person.
Yeah, right. Like she actually disappeared because she disappeared, and then they found her, and then they put her in court and not underground.
Yeah. So that's positive, but yeah, not a bastion of human rights over there, and and it's a country. So I mean, we're in America, so our prison system. Hey, everybody, watch Ava DuVernay's The 13th.
Yeah,
13th. Okay, so our prison system aside, though, Russia. It's like they're known for like nightmare prisons. Gulag, Siberia, etc. So, glad. Hope she's all right. But that's glad to see that act of defiance. Also trending, everybody. Okay, in scarier news, a haunted street. Oh my goodness. The street's so haunted, you had to sign a waiver to move there. Okay, I know you come here for like, some fun and some interesting stories and stuff. Sorry to frighten you. Oh, my mom's in the house. Hello, mother. Hello, mother. I love you. Okay. The street's so haunted, you had to sign a waiver to move there. Malevolent spirits were said to haunt the Wingates Grove in England for years, forcing a local church to get involved and perform an exorcism. What? These days, there are no reports of ghostly activity on the street, though the experiences of one resident are enough to put us off. Do you believe in the paranormal? Let us know in the poll at the end. All right, let's read this little thread here, Travis. The Greater Manchester Street, so haunted you had to sign a waiver to move there. On the outskirts of Bolton lies a street with a dark secret. Wingates Grove in West Houghton has said to be haunted by a poltergeist through the 1990s, terrifying all those who lived there. Yes, my mother! Hi, Mom. The malevolent spirit was said to have attached itself to a row of council houses and tormented families for years. Oh, I mean, what a buzzkill that is. The hauntings reputedly became so frightening that Bolton Council was forced to intervene, but staff couldn't find a rational explanation for what was going on. Yeah, it was a spirit, it was a specter. It all started in 1993 when one family started experiencing bizarre activity. It was said that their toddler would talk to a little man in his room, and an oil-type substance would run down the walls. Ooh, that's spooky. All right, Travis, scrolling. The family eventually contacted a local church and an exorcism was carried out at the address. Following the ritual, the street fell quiet. But just 5 years later, in 1999, a flurry of supernatural activity would begin again. Just 2 doors down from the original haunted house, a family started experiencing strange disturbances. They had not long moved into the address when the unexplained activity began. Laura was 12 years old when she moved into the property. The now 34-year-old said she knew something was wrong with the home as soon as the family arrived. Laura begged her mum. That's how you can tell it's British. Laura didn't beg her mom. She begged her mum not to move in. I just knew there was something there. It felt like I was walking into someone's personal space. Laura remembers the first supernatural occurrence like it was yesterday. She was with her older brother and a friend when the incident happened. As they ran upstairs, her brother let out a blood-curdling scream. He had cut his foot open on a picture frame upright on the staircase. What? I'm having trouble picturing. Let me read that line again. He had cut his foot open on a picture frame upright on the staircase. Okay. It had been hanging on the wall just moments before, had not fallen down. We had literally just walked on the stairs, and if it fell, it wouldn't stand up, Laura continued. If he stood on it, it would have slipped. It was like a force was holding it in place. Dozens of dead crows were once found scattered around around the front and back garden, including along the Janelle at the side of the property. I don't know what a Janelle is. Laura said the sight traumatized her so badly she blocked it out of her mind. And then there was the baby oil type substance similar to that found in the original haunted house. Laura remembers it dripping down her bedroom walls, causing her posters to fall down. Oh, you know what? That's just like, oh, what like an annoyance. I hung up my posters with tape. It's the 90s, so it's like my Backstreet Boys poster, my Spice Girls. Oh, they're in England. Definitely a Spice Girls poster. Got to probably be like a handsome David Beckham poster up there. Okay. A foul sulfur smell likened to rotting eggs would also fill the property. Oh my gosh. Laura also recalls the time she heard an entity imitate her brother. Yikes! She heard the door open, a set of keys placed on the hook, and footsteps into the kitchen. When her brother still hadn't come upstairs 20 minutes later, she thought he may have been making food. Okay. But suddenly her brother walked through the front door. She asked him if he had just gone back out. He said he literally just got home and his taxi was driving off. Laura ran downstairs and said someone was in the house, but no one was in the kitchen, and the keys were still in the door. We heard it. It was really clear. We knew the sound of it. Karen Walton, who now lives in Laura's childhood home, says she has no problem with the property's history and actually enjoys its quirky past. She purchased the home in 2006 and said she had to sign a disclaimer before she moved into the address. That's, you know what? Well, if the price was right, maybe. Travis, come on in for a sec. Would you move into a haunted house if the price was right?
No. I live in a garage, and even I say no to that.
Oh boy.
I don't look. I'm not even that superstitious. There's certain things I just rather not like roll the dice on. I'll roll the dice on a lot, but that's one of those things where it doesn't just speaks to me. Like, I don't know.
Yep.
I don't want to be the guy in the horror movie that goes, "It'll be fine," and then it's super not fine.
Totally. It specified that she was not allowed to use a Ouija board or perform any other type of black magic at the address. Yikes! Weird. You're like, if you have to sign a house contract, a move-in, like your lease or whatever, that says you're not allowed to use a Ouija board, that's too much. I'm out. Even if the price was right. Like, listen, I've lived in a couple of really nice, like, decently priced rent controlled places. But if that Ouija board stipulation was on there, and I'm not a Ouija enthusiast, but yeah, that is too much. That is too much spooky business. I'm not in it for the spooky business because listen, I've got an active imagination. Also, if let's say, I'm up late one night enjoying, a cocktail and like something, and I'm like maybe I'm a little tipsy and then something happens outside. Then my tipsy mind starts, I'm just like, I couldn't, wouldn't, shouldn't, would not. She was also told that she was not allowed to move into the home if she had young children. Oh my word. Anything else? Karen saw paranormal activity as a unique selling point. I've had pets like dogs. They've never been freaked out. I'm open to it. I'm not a disbeliever. I still believe it when I see it. Wow. Hey, Travis, come in here. We have a special guest. Travis.
Yes.
Here, I'm gonna step out to get our special guest.
All right, sounds good.
Don't let it
I
just be
wonder who
dead
this
air,
could.
Travis.
I was about to say something. I wonder who this could be. Lord knows. But as I was saying, no, I would not move into this house. No, I would not roll the dice on that. I'm not even that superstitious, but I guess I am. And now that I'm speaking it into the universe, it's just there's certain vibes, and I'm not about that. And this is
Hey,
one of them.
Travis.
Yes.
Am I? Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm about to welcome in our special guest, who
Uh huh.
is the specter, the ghost from the house.
Oh, what?
Yeah, hold on.
We got ghosts
Don't
doing
let it
press
be dead air,
junkets now.
Travis.
I was gonna. Guess we have ghosts doing press junkets now. Also, I wonder, if it's a ghost, I wonder how much prep there is for a ghost. I don't know. It seems, it's not like we have to have him on it. Oh,
Oh,
whoa, 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 whoa.
hello, hello, Travis. More
That's right. You're English.
right. I bloody well am. How are you?
Surprisingly fine. I figured this would be, I should be, feel like I should be terrified or something, but, I'm all right. How are you?
Oh, you're not terrified, are you? Well, how
Not at the
about this?
moment. Jeez.
Oh, boogie woogie 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 woogie.
All right. That got me a little bit, not gonna lie.
What if I snuck up on you from behind and I tickled your bollocks?
That. That would be concerning. I don't know if I'd be scared per
What if I
se.
stuck up? What if I snuck up from behind and I gave you a slap on the arse? The arse.
Again, confusing. If it
Oh,
happened
boogie
to
woogie
no,
woogie 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 woogie
all right, the second time it didn't get me so bad. Um, if it happened a lot and I still couldn't see anybody, that might concern me. I'd be like, what's going on? Am I having muscle spat? Anyways,
What
so
if I picked up? What if I picked up your belongings and I was invisible and they were just floating about like, ooh, a floating book. Ooh.
that would be really weird. That would be scary.
And then you turn a corner and it's a boogie woogie 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 woo.
And there's you there. So if you're doing that, I don't know. I might find something else to say to people. If I'm being honest, that doesn't really hit. I don't think it hits like you think it does.
All right, I got another scary one for you.
All
I've
right.
got another creepy, nasty, scary for ye.
All right.
What if you wake up in the middle of the night and then I jump out and I go tickle tickle tickle?
So,
Pretty frightening, eh?
yeah, okay. So like from like a home invasion perspective, that yes, but I think as a ghost, you have a lot of room to work with here. I feel like you could really make some stuff happen. I don't think I think there's more to explore. What if
All right.
what if you just took out their knives and someone and like again, I'm not a ghost, so I don't think about this, but something you feel like something involving maybe getting cut or them tripping or something that's a bit more active.
All right, I hear you. What about a little coochie coochie coo?
All right, so I'm getting the feeling that tickling is like a whole thing, and was that has this been just since you were dead, or is this like tickling like a part of your?
I was always, when I was live, I was a big tickler. I love to tickle.
How'd you die?
Tickling accident.
Okay, tickling accident. So that means that
Right.
you were tickling somebody, and then what? You got hit by a truck, or
Right. I was tickling the driver of the trolley I was in, and it careened into the other lane, and we did a head-on collision with a truck.
oh, That makes sense. That seems like that was kind of a bad idea. Another question is the
Travis.
yes,
Travis.
yes.
Coochie, coochie, coo.
Please don't do that. Please don't do that.
Oh!
So, question:
What is it, Travis?
this house that people are living in, do you just want it to yourself, or do you like people? Do you like messing with people, or
I don't mind them, but they have to put up with the goo that I drip down the walls.
that is a really weird move.
So, listen, I'm just learning how to haunt. They don't give you, there's no handbook like in Beetlejuice.
Huh.
So I put goo on the walls. Sometimes I'll take that picture down and cut a kid's foot.
See, I think that's some
jangle
A
a
plus
key in the
stuff.
door.
That's
And
what gets
then-
you.
And then I'll top it all off with a little goody goody goody. Let me tickle the goodies.
It's funny. I don't remember that part in the article. I don't think they must have cut that part out.
I like to tickle the goodies.
And when you say goodies, is it just people
The
in general?
unmentionables.
Ah, I see. I think now I'm seeing the full picture of your haunting style, and I gotta say it's kind of terrifying. It's kind of terrifying.
Yes.
Not in the way I was expecting, but that's
Well, Travis, it was a pleasure talking to you.
thanks for stopping by.
I've got more haunting to do. You didn't even ask me my name.
I'm sorry. I heard the ghost from the house. So what is that's a question. When you become a ghost, and again, there's no handbook. Have you kept your name, or are you?
Yes, I had a name. My name is my name.
Okay, so your name is my name is.
No.
My name-
When you're a ghost, you keep your same name. You fool.
All right. Well, what is your
you
name?
bloody
I'm
fool.
Okay. I'm starting to think there's something that I need to work on in my communication skills, because I keep finding that people that come on this show don't like me by the end of our conversation. But what is
Tickle,
your
tickle,
name?
Tickle, tickle, tickle. My name is Horatio Cornwall.
Okay, Horatio. Well, best of luck in all of your haunting endeavors. I hope you.
Goodbye.
Good. And there's Horatio Cornwall, ghost of that house somewhere in England. And, if he can make it to Los Angeles that quickly, I'm sure he can make it to another part of Los Angeles equally.
Oh,
fast.
everybody. I am okay. That was.
Yeah, where were you?
Ooh. Oh, I commuted back to the toilet.
That's fair. That seemed like it
was.
through the screen. It wasn't as bad as you might think, but I imagine in the room that was pretty disturbing.
I did get tickled.
Ugh. What
Oh.
was his hands all drip with that soil, that substance? Was it all like
No,
oily?
there was no oily goo.
That's good.
Thankfully, I'm looking around. I don't see any on the walls. My
That's
wife
good.
would get very pissed. My wife would get very pissed.
Your poster
if,
hasn't
like,
curled.
If I brought in a specter, because we hung some nice wallpaper in this room.
Yeah.
And if that wallpaper got all jacked up, my wife would throw a fit. So
You can't have that.
yeah, a lot of comments. My mom said that's an ugly ghost. My wife was very concerned about me. She said, "What happened to my husband?"
Yeah.
I'm just happy that my wife was watching the show, because that's rare. Rob Schaefer says, very impressive. The ghost is smart enough to realize that he has to wear headphones to hear Travis. I mean, I guess the ghost was hip to the technology. So
Yeah, it seems like he was on almost a press junket of sorts.
yeah, I mean, I guess he likes the publicity that he's getting from this trending Twitter article.
Yeah.
I didn't even. I mean, I guess ghosts are aware of Twitter.
Right?
So there you go. Horatio Cornwall, the British ghost.
I'll put him on the contact list.
Put him on the contact list. Wow, one of our many guests. Let's jump ahead to Taco Tuesday, Travis. Let's see what's trending with It's Taco Tuesday, and I saw a hashtag Taco Tuesday trending. Let's look at some pictures of some tacos right now.
I would love that. I'd love nothing more.
A little timeline, a little cleanser, a little timeline cleanser. Hey, Travis,
Yeah,
bring up. You love Mexican food, right?
I do.
Would you do me a favor and just comment on all the Taco Tuesday pictures for a moment? I'm going to step away and make sure the ghost got out all right. All right?
All right, sounds good. Yes.
Because my wife will kill me if our house becomes haunted.
Okay, so here we're seeing Mood Coffee Shop. Now, this is the breakfast taco. This is, I would say, for my money, the spiritual successor to the trend of avocado toast in hip young people communities and things like that on Instagram and such. Like, this is cool. I'm not into the hard shell taco. I like that they fried it themselves, though. That speaks to quality. It's got egg, avocado, tomato. Sounds good. What's that, strawberry lemonade? Awesome. Down. Hawaiian shrimp tacos? I'll pass, but good for you. What else we got here? What else we got here? 4 simple ingredients for corn tortillas. Masa is easy to make. Hard to make extremely well, but hey, if you haven't made your own tortillas yet, good lord, recommend it. Fried fish tacos. Sounds great. Not my vibe. And this is my kingdom. Oh, tacos al pastor from the truck. Just it looks like they did the grilled cheese on the tortilla, which I can absolutely respect. But this is my signature move. You get 6 to 7 tacos. If you're in Pleasant Hill, California on a Tuesday, you go to Taqueria Los Gallos, and it's $1 for either pork or chicken tacos, and it's an incredible exchange. You give them $5, and they give you 5 tacos. It feels too good to be true, but it's exactly what happens. And their al pastor and the pollo asado is so good. I'm over the moon. I'm falling over myself. This is too good. Chicken tender tacos with a green avocado salsa and looks like a flour tortilla. I'm good. No, thank you.
I'd eat it.
I guess I'd have. I'd have.
Look at that. So wait, don't scroll past that. Snow White
getting down
housing a taco. If I was a Disney princess, oh yeah, she was just going in on that thing. Damn.
What
was that? What is that? A Mexican pizza?
Oh, by some guy named Mark Thompson. I know it's Taco Tuesday, but I've always been a bit contrary. I refuse to stay in a box. Do I have a witness? Good for you.
No, it's Taco Tuesday. That is pizza.
I hope acting out in class did you a lot of good in elementary school. We're not here for this. I am here for this.
Taco Fact 18. What does it say, Travis?
Tacos are healthier than crystal meth. I agree.
Grass Puddle says, what are your thoughts on breaded and deep fried things in a taco? Too much for me. Well, I will often eat, well, not often, every so often I'll eat a fish taco that's got a deep fried fish in it. And I'll tell you what, I like it a lot. So, yeah, but as far as, I don't like fried chicken in a taco, but I wouldn't say no. If someone handed me a fried chicken taco, I'd eat it.
Yeah.
I'd eat it. But I'm not gonna. But the only one I will seek out is a fried fish taco. Otherwise, yeah, I don't want any of the. I'm not looking for the fried stuff in it.
This I would be remiss if I didn't mention.
Let's see these pictures. Let's go back to these. Don't bury the lead. Let's go back to these pictures.
Sorry, this came up earlier.
Keep talking. Yeah.
There's a period of time where basically everything I ate was tacos because I would just have tortillas with me. And I would just put anything I was eating into a tortilla, which I recommend. But in breakfast in particular, One of my favorite moves is, as long as I like the place in terms of their breakfast plates, where any place you can get chorizo and eggs, just ask them for pastor and eggs instead.
Oh,
And it's so good.
that's a taco pro tip from Travis. Travis's maybe this is a new segment of the show. Travis's Taco Corner.
I only have one more pro tip, but I'll do it.
All right, hit us with your other taco pro tip, Travis.
So speaking of too much for me, this ventures into the territory of too much for me, but I've seen people have great success with getting a breakfast burrito, which, eggs, potato, avocado, all that stuff.
Been there, done
and
that.
then have them make it a chimichanga.
Oh, so deep fried taco
Deep fried breakfast burrito.
or deep fried breakfast. Oh wow. See,
Yeah.
that's too much. That's too much for me. But it sounds good though. But
Exactly.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
I've seen people.
maybe the death of me.
Yeah.
You know who
exactly.
loves chimichangas? Deadpool.
Deadpool. Yeah, there it is.
Deadpool. I believe the first chimichanga I ever tried. I had plenty of burritos. I never had a chimichanga, and I wasn't quite aware. I just knew it was fun to say. I mean, is there a word more fun to say than chimichanga?
No, it's not. It's pretty great.
But the first chimichanga I ever actually tried was at the Deadpool screening I went to. There was a truck outside, like it was for a special event involved in my Screen Junkie stuff, and they were handing out chimichangas, and I'm like, yeah, chimichanga for one, please. It was, oh man, it was real tasty. So there you go. Happy Taco Tuesday. I'll never forget, like, whenever we talk about Taco Tuesday, the time LeBron James tried to patent the word or tried to copyright the phrase Taco Tuesday. That failed, that attempt. I'm a big fan of the King, but yeah. Want to give some shout outs in the chat. Oh, by the way, Stacy asked, what's the ghost's name? The ghost's name was Horatio Cornwall, the British ghost. Yeah, and Stacy was worried about you, Travis. She said, Travis, you need to do something and fast. Shout out to Gary. Thanks for joining us, Gary. Riyadh is in the house. Great to see you, Riyadh. Ishmael. Ishmael. They call me Ishmael. Thank you for being here, coming to us from the great state of Texas. Caleb in Tennessee, what is up? And, of course, Karamus, London, Stacy, Melinda, glad to have you here. All right, so, Taco Tuesday, that gives us a nice bridge into today's Twitter deep dive of the day. And the Twitter deep dive, every day we talk, we do a little bit of an exploration into a Twitter account, a hashtag, or a trending topic. And today's, we are continuing the segue from tacos into pizza. We've been exploring some of the pizza Twitter handles out there. And you know what? I got another letter, Travis. First off, are you giving out my address?
Yes.
Oh, there it is.
I thought that.
There it is.
You have to get the word out.
Oh, but I don't. This is my personal home address. You don't know what kind of crazies are going to contact me.
I thought that was a business address. I'm sorry.
No, this is where I live with my wife and our dogs.
I figured it's you send the tapes to America's Funniest Home Videos.
No. Oh man.
I'm sorry.
Oh, well, here's this.
Oh man, I goofed it.
Let me read. Andy McLean says, "Do you have mod pizza in California?" Sadly, no. Sadly,
Oh, we
no.
do.
Andy.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Oh, we do. I've never heard of it.
Yeah. It's
mod
like
pizza.
That's not the LeBron one. LeBron is Blaze, but mod is like the same idea as Blaze Pizza.
Oh, gotcha.
They're around.
Okay. All right. So here's the letter. Dear your pal Hal, in watching your show recently, I saw you do various segments reading from the Twitter accounts of Pizza Hut, Papa John's, Domino's, and others. Then I saw you do DiGiorno, a home frozen pizza. Why are you sleeping on Sbarro? What have you got against us? Do a deep dive into the Twitter account of Sbarro, or I will find you. Thanks to Travis, I know where you live. I will wait outside your house and jump you if you do not do a Twitter deep dive into the account belonging to Sbarro. This guy's threatening to jump me because of you, Travis. Explore the Twitter account belonging to Sbarro. Otherwise, you are going to be in a world of hurt. Sincerely, Arnold J. Sbarro, CEO, president of Sbarro. Wow. Travis, you see what kind of trouble you've gotten me into? Now I have to do the Twitter deep dive into Sbarro. Otherwise, this bozo is going to wait outside my house and do some kind of just really unleash holy heck. Greg, thank you for joining the stream. Great to see you back. Seth, what is up? Thank you for joining us. All right, so right now we are going to take a look at the Twitter account belonging to Sbarro. Sbarro, the most prominent mall pizza, I would say. All right, so let's check it out. Sbarro. I would think they would have had. Aren't they like? Don't they have like traditional Italian colors? I'm surprised that the logo's in black and white and it's not in like red and green. But that's a nice looking pizza. I'll tell you that in the banner there. And their bio says XL NY pizza, extra large New York pizza, fresh dough made daily, 100% whole milk mozzarella, San Marzano style tomato sauce. Okay, started by the Sbarro family in 1956. There you go. Now, not exactly setting the world on fire follower-wise, only 6,445. Travis, yeah, that is like most of the many of the other pizza places have like, 50 times that, 100 times the amount of followers. So, yeah, Grass Puddle points out, quote unquote, San Marzano style. Like, really? San Marzano style? Let's see let's check out what kind of stuff these threatening people at Sbarro have been tweeting. I do this. May it be noted that I do this under duress. Okay. What are we? Okay, there we go. Sbarro, the perfect balance. Whoa, this is all the way from October 20th, 2021. So they have not even a Happy New Year, not even, unless this is a pinned tweet, but doesn't say pinned tweet. So, the perfect balance of sweetness and heat, the ultimate drizzler, paired with our original XL New York style slice, stromboli, breadsticks, even our own cheesecake, Sbarro and Mike's Hot Honey are a match made in, well, Brooklyn? Need we say more? Okay, order mine now. Oh, who was just talking to us about Mike's Hot Honey? What was it? What was it? Andy McLean yesterday? Someone mentioned Mike's Hot Honey. Travis, do you remember that? Yep, Andrew McLean. There it is.
Yep.
So
I was trying to find it.
Yep, Andrew McLean. So, if anything, Like once, okay. Twice, all right. That's a pattern. Once is just all right. Maybe it's like, oh, now it's like reinforced that I need to try Mike's hot honey. Andrew, you've really been. This is some real Andrew McLean validation here. All right, let's keep scrolling. Let's see a couple more of these tweets from Sabaro, so I can get in and get out of here with my life in my hands. Extra hot. Oh my goodness. I'll start with the hot and see where we go from there. Andy McLean says Mike's has extra hot honey as well. What a like. Here's what I'll tell you. Sabaro does not have a social media manager. If they do, they're asleep at the wheel, because the first tweet came from October 2021. Now we're going all the way back to May 2021. I mean, yeah, this is a fairly dormant account. I don't know why that guy got so out of hand with me in that letter. It's like, Greg said, "LOL." I see you pick your nose. I didn't pick my nose, Greg. You know what? That's hearsay. That's hearsay. I mean, maybe I wiped my nose. But Greg, keep your eyes on your own paper, pal. That pizza looks good to eat. Yeah, that's what I like to do with pizza. Eat it. With all this great pizza and tacos, why cook, says my mom. I mean, yeah, but, sometimes you maybe save a little money cooking at home. Pairs perfectly with cap and gown. We cater. Graduation. Sabaro. Easy catering. Hashtag catering. Hashtag cater. Hashtag easy like really hitting the gamut of catering related hashtags right there. Terrible. This is a terrible account. Happy Mother's Day to all the awesome moms out there. We owe a lot to Mama Sabaro. That's nice. Let's see Mama Sabaro. Oh yeah, look at her with that big, what is that, a big plate of wings? Maybe promote the pizza, Mama Sabaro. All right, let's keep scrolling. They were very active in May 2021. Three tweets. Apparently today is National No Pants Day. 1. Please wear pants when you come to Sabaro today, or order online to eat at home. Hashtag pantsless. Pizza goes great with or without pants. This is a good tweet. This is objectively, I enjoy this. This, like, if we had a little bit more of this, then this account could really be in business. That was an enjoyable. I like thinking about eating pizza with. I like joking about No Pants Day. I like the idea of eating pizza with no pants on. I like everything about that tweet. A couple more, Travis. Couple more. Then we gotta move along. Oh, the breadsticks in outer space. See, that's a good tweet. May the 4th. So celebrating Star Wars Day. So Sabaro celebrating Mother's Day, celebrating graduation, celebrating Star Wars Day in the month of May, and then radio silence till October. What is up with you, Sabaro? Why so active in May? What were you, all coked up in May? Just like type, and then what happened? Somebody took your keyboard away? Somebody locked you out of the account? You forgot the password? May the 4th be with you. If you squint real hard, our breadsticks kind of look like a certain energy-based sword. Hashtag Star Wars Day. Yeah, lightsabers. Why wouldn't you just say lightsabers? All right. One more, Travis. I want to see what they're... all right, there's another one. May 1st. How to plan a derby party. Oh, wow. Sabaro celebrating the Kentucky Derby? Like, not one Christmas tweet from Sabaro, but they are all jazzed about the Kentucky Derby. All right, let's see how active they were. Yeah, April, May, draft day. They're excited about the NFL draft. Yeah, look at very active. This is so weird. Oh, like more active in April than they were in May even. So Sabaro has really slowed down. Yeah, Travis.
And another thing, this is
Yes.
like Sabaro's whole thing was that like folded over pizza, right? It like was a pizza on top of itself or something.
And I didn't know
It
that.
was like a small calzone thing. From what I understand, Sabaro's whole thing, if I remember correctly from the mall, and please somebody correct me if I'm wrong, was a piece of pizza that had. I gotta figure this out.
Yeah, I mean, I know what you're saying, but Sabaro, I think they also just offer pizza. Tim Rothfuss, after seeing that Kentucky Derby tweet, what kind of pizza goes with mint julep? Well, I'll tell you what kind, apparently, Tim. Sabaro. That was our Twitter deep dive into the account of Sabaro. All right, so you can call off your goons, Sabaro. Man, Travis, no more giving out my address to these pizza people. All right. It is 12:19 right here on the Your Pal Hal show. I
No
am Hal
promises.
Rudnick. Oh my goodness. We are live on Backchannel. Glad to be with you. We're going up until 1 o'clock when we will welcome in our friend Mario Smith, and he will take over with the drive from Mario Smith. And we are going up till 4 o'clock on the East Coast, 3 o'clock in Omaha, Nebraska, and taking you up until 9 p.m. in London, England. England, also the home of Horatio Cornwall, the ghost, our British ghost friend. Travis, what's up?
That thing. Anytime I think of Sabaro, I think of that.
I think that's just one offering. That looks like a white pizza calzone or
Yeah,
something.
but it's like into it. It's really it's a calzone, but it resembles just two pieces stacked. I
Yeah,
mean,
no,
that is
that's
one
two.
offering.
Listen. Could you be a little bit more discreet, Travis? That's two pieces of pizza making love.
Okay,
Okay,
I don't
so
want to disturb
maybe
them.
don't show that. That's not safe for work.
Okay, I'm saying that, but as their signature offering, from my this might just be my warped perception of Sabaro, but it's remarkable that that is completely devoid from their marketing materials of what
Could you
little there
be a
were.
little bit more discreet with your pizza porn, Travis?
Yes.
Thank you. Travis, yesterday we were going through some fun facts about The Godfather. Yes, Francis Ford Coppola's epic based off the Mario Puzo novel. And we were going over, it's the 50th anniversary. It's been 50 years of Godfather, one of the great movies of all time. Godfather and Godfather 2. Many people have them like in their top 5, top 10 movies ever. Some call either or one of those the greatest. But it is the 50th anniversary, and we were going over some pretty cool fun facts. We went over, I think we ended at number 6 on the list yesterday. Let's go back. I wanted to finish out this list of Godfather tidbits, trivia, interesting fun facts. We talked about the casting. And there were some really interesting notes about Marlon Brando. You know what blew my mind? The fact that they wanted Laurence Olivier. I just can't picture Olivier, one of the great actors of all time, obviously. Sir Laurence Olivier. But yeah, I can't picture him as Vito Corleone. And then who else they wanted besides Al Pacino? Robert Redford, a few others. Number 7 on this list. These are Godfather fun facts in honor of the 50th anniversary of one of the great films of all time. Number 7, Robert De Niro auditioned for Sonny. Robert De Niro auditioned for Sonny. Robert De Niro auditioned for the role of Sonny, but Coppola eventually went with James Caan. Yeah, and Caan just killed it. James Caan was excellent as Sonny Corleone. De Niro would later appear as the young Vito Corleone in Godfather Part 2 and win a Best Supporting Actor Oscar for his work. Very nice. My mom chiming in back on the pizza stuff. Pizza, Godfather. Yeah, it goes hand in hand. I love white pizza and had it here in Jersey for the first time. Very nice, mother. I love white pizza as well. I love a nice, like, with a broccoli or a spinach and like the white with some white cheese. Oh, ricotta. Very nice. All right, let's go back to this list. Number 8. Coppola let the wedding play out and shot it guerrilla style. Cool. To add a sense of reality to the wedding scene, and because he only had 2 days to shoot it, Coppola had the cast freely act and improvise in the background. He then shot specific vignettes amongst the action. Wow. Number 9. On this list, there are 15 fun facts, tidbits about Godfather on its 50th anniversary. Coppola took advantage of mistakes. Lenny Montana, who played Luca Brasi, was a professional wrestler before he became an actor. Luca Brasi sleeps with the fishes, by the way. He was so nervous delivering his lines to a legend like Brando during the scene in Godfather's study that he didn't give one good take during an entire day's shoot because he didn't have time to reshoot the scene. Coppola added a new scene of Luca Brasi rehearsing his lines before seeing The Godfather to make Montana's bad takes seem like Brasi was simply nervous to talk to The Godfather. That's crazy. That's a real fun fact. So when Luca Brasi, the actor, was so nervous talking to the legend Marlon Brando that they had to reconfigure to make that work. That's wild. That is wild. Very cool. Number 10. The Corleone compound was a real location on Staten Island. The residence was put up for sale in 2014 for just under $3 million. That's a price we can probably refuse. It's a price we can probably refuse. Yeah, I mean, how cool would that be? To live in the Godfather compound? I mean, damn. The Godfather's cat was a stray. Yeah, so Vito Corleone, when he's out in the garden and stuff, he's petting his cat. During his daily walks on set, to the set, Coppola would often see a stray cat, and on the day of shooting the scenes in Vito's study, Coppola took the cat and told Brando to improvise with it. The cat loved Brando so much that it sat in his lap during takes for the whole day. Wow. Very cool. Like, if you remember this movie, and I've seen it, several times at this point, it puts these scenes into perspective. My mom chiming in with, she had white pizza at Palermo's in North Bergen. Very nice, very nice. You know what, Mom, next time I'm home, let's do it. Let's get a little white pizza at Palermo's. I'm in. I am so in. Hey, don't threaten me with a good time. I'm there. White pizza? Yum. Love a white pizza. Listen, I just like pizza. All right, my mom agreed. It's a date. Mother, I will see you there. All right, let's go. Let's finish up this list, please, Travis. Wow. The infamous horse's head was real. The horse head in the movie producer's bed wasn't a prop. The production got a real horse's head from a local dog food company. Yikes. So, at the end of a lot of movies, maybe, I don't know, most movies, you see a disclaimer: no animals were harmed in the making of this film. Can you say that for this? I mean, I guess it was already like a dead horse or something. Uh, Listen, the fun fact isn't that Francis Ford Coppola killed a horse for the movie, but do they have to say at the end, one horse was killed for the making of this film? Morbid, morbid. But wow, that is crazy. That was a real freaking bloody, gross horse head. I mean, that would make the acting a little bit easier. That would make the acting a little more method. A little more method. All right, Travis, wrapping it up here. The take the cannoli line was improvised. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. The line in the script, and it's very memorable. Like, there's some quotable stuff. You come here on this, the day of my daughter's wedding, to ask me for, like a very quotable film. Indeed. Luca Brasi sleeps with the fishes, so on and so forth. The take the cannoli line was improvised. The line in the script only had actor Richard Castellano as Clemenza say, "Leave the gun." After the hit on the mobster who ratted on the Corleones, he was inspired to make the addition after Coppola inserted a line in which the character's wife asks him to buy a cannoli for dessert. That's great. That's great. Leave the gun, take the cannoli. That's classic cinema. Number 14. Number 14, the movie was an instant hit. An instant hit. Now, you see certain films, like, they become just huge after the fact. But this film, like, it's right out of the gate. The Godfather reportedly cost Paramount around $6.2 million, and within its first month in theaters had already grossed $26 million. It went on to become the highest-grossing movie of 1972 and was briefly the biggest box office hit in history. Wow, fascinating. And the book was just as big of a success as the movie. Paramount snatched up the movie rights to Mario Puzo's Godfather novel before it even hit shelves in 1969. It was a savvy move, as the book spent over a year on the bestseller chart with more than 9 million copies flying off the shelves in its first 2 years. Wild, wild. There you go. 15 fun facts on the 50th anniversary of The Godfather. And that list comes to us from Mental Floss. Mental Floss. Rob Schaefer chiming in. The Godfather, a better movie than the book. A better movie than the book. I remember we had talked about that a little bit. A rare occurrence that the movie one-ups the book. The Corleone family, they had sage counsel in the form of Robert Duvall. He was their lawyer, their consigliere. If you're in the need of sage counsel, let's say you get into some legal hot water and you find yourself in Omaha, Nebraska, the Husker State. Well, you could do no better than contacting a man who is a chef, master chef, an executive chef, Iron Chef, Renaissance man, pop culture enthusiast, and a legal scholar. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about my guy, Rob Schaefer. If you need legal help in Omaha, Nebraska, You have one phone call. That call better be to Rob Schaefer, attorney at law. Rob Schaefer, attorney at law, the official attorney of the Your Pal Hal Show, trademark 2022, all rights reserved, copyright 2022, patent pending. That is Rob Schaefer, the official attorney of the Your Pal Hal Show. There you go. The Godfather 50th anniversary. Travis,
Yes.
have you ever seen The Godfather?
No.
All right. Well, check it out sometime.
All right. Thank you very much. I will. It's on my list.
Sure. I don't know if anyone watching or hanging out with us has not only watched The Godfather, but I also enjoyed the re-edited version of Godfather 1 and 2 called The Godfather Epic, because The Godfather, Godfather 2, it jumps back and forth chronologically from early 20th century New York City to the present day in the film, and then jumps ahead to the family on trial. There's so what it does is it takes everything and out of both movies and puts it chronologically, and it's really well done. It's kind of a cool. It's a really cool exploration of the story, seeing it reshuffled in that way. I really enjoyed The Godfather Epic. Also, it's like it's almost 7 hours, like 6+ hours, and I watched The Godfather Epic. I watched the 6 hours of that like I was binge watching a TV show. So I just watched it in bits, and it was I really enjoyed that. So worth checking out if you ever find The Godfather Epic airing anywhere. Anyway, airing anywhere. Travis,
Yes.
a lot of people right now are on spring break. Did you know that?
I did not. It's weird. Now that I'm not teaching anymore, I'm out of the loop of the school year.
Yeah, there's a lot of spring break, for kids, high schoolers, college, etc. It's either right now or shortly, and people are planning their summer vacations, and that got me thinking about Airbnb. And I've had a couple of good Airbnb experiences, but that made me wonder, can Airbnb go wrong? Can there be some bad Airbnbs? And in that spirit, Andrew McLean says spring break last week. 30 people share their worst Airbnb experiences. Oh boy. Ooh, brother. So let's check out a couple of these. Some bad Airbnb experiences. Number 1, Airbnb in Toronto. Sister and I brought our passports. They demanded we forfeit the passports on arrival. We said absolutely not, and after hesitation, were shown to our space. The rooms did not match the pictures posted at all. The place reeked of bleach and had been used recently. Reeked of bleach that had been used recently. We took photos of every room and quietly slipped out when no one was watching. Reported everything to Airbnb and were given full refund. Their ad was removed and hosts blocked. Seriously believed we narrowly escaped being trafficked that day. Frightening. Just simply frightening. No one, if asking for your passport, no, that's a nope, that's a bye-bye. Yeah, frightening. Next up, number 2. We arrived at an Airbnb in Austin to find that the master bedroom had been quite literally blocked off by the pool table. We thought, no biggie. They were probably cleaning and forgot to scoot it back. So we scooted it to the center of the room, right to the 4 little divots in the carpet from where it had been sitting before. Trip goes well, we leave, And a day later, I get an email from the property owner demanding payment for a professional balancing service to be performed on the pool table. 500 ding-a-ling dollars. I like that. I like that expletive they used, or that emphatic expletive replacement. Ding-a-ling dollars. How are we supposed to enter? How are we supposed to enter the master bedroom? Were we expected to crawl over the table? Does the owner legit expect me to believe he had a pool table professionally balanced in the corner of a room with two of his edges against the wall? After several days of going back and forth, the property owner and Airbnb customer support with these other questions, my credit card was charged $500. So I called my credit card company, explained the situation, and they recorded it as fraud. Yeah, that's wild. I mean, ridiculous. No, thank you. All right, keep going, Travis. One more of these. Okay, here's our third one. Excuse me. The last and only Airbnb I stayed in pretty much put me off the service for good. It was a nice place and a great location. From the look of the pictures, a friend and I were going to a concert in the area that night and drove in from out of town. After being on the road for hours, we were exhausted and starving. Once we settled in, we realized it was very obvious the house hadn't been cleaned since the last guest. There were small bits of garbage everywhere, dirty dishes in the sink, old food in the fridge. The advertised second bed was an air mattress with no sheets, and the sheets on the master bed looked questionable. Then I made it to the master bedroom. There were dark, thick, curly hairs all over the bathroom floor. Oh, the master bathroom. All over the bathroom floor. One of the sinks was clogged with cloudy water. The bathroom mirror was covered in flecks of toothpaste and debris. There was no hot water in the apartment. Oh boy, this gets worse and worse. I told the property manager, if you could scroll up, please, that the house was not acceptable and we would be booking a hotel for the night, and asked where to leave the key. I offered to accept a partial refund as I had taken a freezing cold shower and used one of their towels. The property owner refused and gave me an awful rating, accusing me of tampering with his property and expecting the experience of the Ritz Hotel. I sent Airbnb photos of the condition of the place. They gave me a full refund. Wow. Folks, I sincerely hope your Airbnb experience exceeds that of those nightmare experiences we just read. Please be careful out there as you are making your accommodations, and I wish you luck and safe travels. Safe travels. And, you know, it's a good time to travel someplace because airline tickets are cheaper than filling up your car with a tank of gas nowadays. Travis, one more story. We have our good friend Mario Smith coming up here shortly. But first, listen, is it obvious that we're on a little bit of a pizza kick on this show? We love pizza. We have a pizza-related story. Travis, if you would kindly bring up this. Not only is this a pizza-related story, but it ties into current events right now. Papa John. American in Russia has no plans to close his Papa John's. Colorado native Christopher Wynn owns company that oversees franchises. So a lot of people, you know, in standing with Ukraine, in showing solidarity for this sovereign nation that has been invaded by the despicable Vladimir Putin, among other things, you know, we're putting sanctions, we're not accepting like some Russian goods, and then a lot of businesses like McDonald's, Pepsi, Coke, etc. are stopping the delivery and the sales of their products in Russia. Not this guy. All right, let's take a look at this article, please. Last week, Papa John's joined the companies that are suspending corporate ties with Russia over the invasion of Ukraine. Okay, so Papa John's joined in. This guy's going rogue. As Fox Business reports, that means no operational, marketing, and business support to and engagement with the Russian market. Russians themselves probably haven't noticed much of a difference, however. All of the approximately 190 Papa John's restaurants in the country remain open because they are run by independent franchisees. And in a twist reported by the New York Times, those franchisees are under the umbrella of a company run by an American who lives much of the year in Moscow and has no plans to shut down any of the businesses. Well, I'll be. This guy, where does this guy get off? He is as red as oh my God, the pizza sauce isn't the only thing that's red here, pal. Real red scare. All right. The best thing I can do as an individual is to show compassion for the people, my employees, franchisees, and customers without judging them because of the politicians in power. Colorado native Christopher Wynn, head of PJ Western, tells the newspaper. He adds that most Russians know the dark gravity of what's happening, but at the end of the day, they appreciate a good pizza. Then what does they appreciate a good pizza. What does Papa John's have to do with anything then? Hey-o, sick burn alert. Wynn's company has about 9,000 employees under its umbrella, and his plans are to keep expanding the number of pizza franchisees, assuming Vladimir Putin doesn't crack down on businesses with American ties. McDonald's is different in that it owns most of its approximately 850 restaurants in Russia, which are now shut down. There you go. That's honestly, do you pull back someone's livelihood, or do you or do you just let them have at it? So I wonder, because in punishing Russia, there are millions of Russian people who are in no way complicit in what is happening in Ukraine. So do we want to punish them? But hey, between you and me, some people might say the punishment is just leaving Papa John's open. Hey-o! But then some people are like, oh, baby, give me that garlic butter sauce. Give me that garlic butter sauce. It's good for dipping. So Tim Rothfuss says, dark gravity is how my stomach feels after eating Papa John's. Sick burn. Nicely done, Tim Rothfuss. And I just can't get over how funny, like, Papa John Schnackner is just like, what a clown that guy is.
Oh, Papa John himself. Yeah.
Yes, Papa John Schnackner. By the way, I want to give some shout outs to Clock in California. What up, Clock? Milo in Oregon, Willie in Mississippi, Elizabeth in Maine, Ghost. Oh my goodness. We interviewed a ghost earlier. Do you remember that part, Travis? Remember we interviewed a ghost today?
Yes.
Travis, are you going to have nightmares?
No. For as much of a scaredy cat as I am in terms of like horror media, I've never had problems with my sleep in that regard. Yeah.
Very good. Very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope you don't get haunted tonight.
I hope I don't, because that's just one thing. Look, I got enough problems. I think I wouldn't be as scared as I would be just kind of annoyed. I mean, I'd be
Yeah.
scared, but I think it'd be scared wrapped around being annoyed that it was happening.
What about the tickling? Grass Puddle wants to know.
No, I don't like getting tickled. That's no.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Give me some. I need some space. I need some
Give me
space.
yeah yeah. Give the guy his personal space.
Yeah,
Ghost.
please.
Um,
Ghost.
how's our friend Mario? I know he was having we're gonna circle back with him.
I think Mario. I was gonna see if I can make a ghost joke, but no. I think Mario's given his system the old restart. He was having some lag issues. We'll have him in probably for the last 5. He should be back any second.
Sure, sure. That's great. Look forward. Always enjoy chatting to my friend Mario Smith. Coming up at 1 o'clock, The Drive with Mario Smith. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Always a good show. Yeah, Travis.
Oh no. If we need a second of airtime, I can take the time to
Oh,
quickly run through my nightmare Airbnb experience.
oh, lay it on me.
So I didn't get human trafficked, which is good. That's abjectly
Yes.
terrifying. That's scary.
Oh yeah.
Holy wow. Um, I did. This was actually pretty recently. Did a weekend recording for a season of a podcast that I was helping out with, and one of the guys who's the director of the show got everything all ready. He's like, "All right, I'm gonna find this Airbnb. It's a cabin that can host like 9 people," and we all went up there. And the lack of comprehensive. Hey, I think Mario's in the building. Never mind. The story's dumb. Let me see if he's gonna give us the go ahead here. All right. Without further ado, here's Mario Smith from Mario Smith.
All right, joining us now.
Howdy.
Yes. Oh, great to
Had a
see you,
little
pal.
tech problem.
Oh,
Good to
happens
see
to the
you.
best of us.
I'm super bright. Hold on.
I
This is
mean, literally and figuratively.
man. Eyes are red. It looks like I've been doing illicit stuff. There's a halo on my screen. I'm gonna have to some maintenance. How you doing, Hal?
I'm real good. I'm real good. Mario, we were just talking about nightmare Airbnb experiences. Have you ever gone on vacation and had the accommodations, be it an Airbnb or a hotel, just be like, okay, what is happening? No bueno.
I've been very fortunate that I have not had those issues. Usually, if I'm going somewhere, it's like to do a reading or something or to perform somewhere. So no, the people running the event take care of us pretty well. They better
Very
because I
nice.
don't know I don't know how to do anything. So that works.
Uh, Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, I've been fairly fortunate. I did have not a huge deal, but I was in Texas for a shoot, and we were
Hmm.
staying at like the Austin airport or the Dallas airport. I forget, like Ramada Inn or something. And the I woke up in the middle of the night thinking I smelled something, and then I take the pillow and smelled the pillow, and the pillow smelled like death,
Ah.
like like vomit, like
Oh.
and I literally
That's not good.
I went from dead asleep to smelling the pillow. Then I flung the pillow across the room.
Yeah.
It was frightening. It haunts me to this day because like what had happened to that pillow that my head was on? Oh,
That's not
just
good.
yeah, not good. Not
That
good.
has a bad connotation to it. That sounds like you were in a may have been used by someone else in some kind of weird thing that had nothing to do with you. And
Ah,
yeah, get me out.
indeed. Uh Mario, uh what's caught your eye today? What do you have any what are you planning on breaking down on the drive this afternoon?
Well, today we're going to give an update on the New York City, Washington D.C. homeless killer who's been caught. Thankfully, we're going to talk about how
Oh,
potassium iodide pills are the new toilet paper. Why
wait,
the
whoa,
post
what
office
is
potassium iodide pills?
yeah, what exactly do you speak of?
Potassium iodide pills are the pills you use when there's that you take so your thyroid doesn't digest or take in radioactive materials in case there's a nuclear fallout.
Oh, wow. So there's a run on them now, just like the toilet paper.
For sure in Europe, and I imagine there will be one in the United States too, because you can never
Oh,
have
God
enough things.
forbid.
Yeah, I hope not.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
true. That's true.
we're going to talk about how the post office should listen to me. Just stop listening to everyone else and listen to Mario.
Yes.
That's if they want to survive. We talk about how
Mm-hmm.
Dolly Parton is an absolute gangster. That's my girl. And we say goodbye to the bad guy, Scott Hall, who died yesterday. Razor Ramon, one of the
Yes.
greatest, one of the greatest wrestlers ever, one of the greatest characters in wrestling history, too. We'll do all that and more today on the driving. Grass Puddle's right. You better get your bomb shelter cleaned up and organized. Just in case.
That's
I mean,
right.
it's like a barbecue. You plan,
Yeah.
it might rain. Have
Make
better.
sure, yeah, make sure those canned goods have not expired. Make sure you
Yeah,
have enough reading material, electricity. You're probably going to need a DVD player because you're not going to have the internet down there, most likely. But yeah, R.I.P. Scott Hall, Razor Ramon. I remember him from when I was a kid chewing on that toothpick.
yeah, man.
Oh yeah,
NWO for
NWO for
life,
life,
all
says
of it.
Travis.
And real quick, because I know you gotta skedaddle. I think what made
Yes, sir.
Scott Hall so good is that people identify so much with the bad guy character, and he looked like they may have pulled him off the street and slicked his hair back and, and put him in these ridiculous clothes. But there was something about him. There was a bit of authenticity to it, and he was one of my favorite characters for sure. And I it kind of hit me yesterday. I'm like, wow, Scott Hall. But we'll talk about all this stuff in a few minutes on the drive. Hal, always good seeing you, my friend. Sorry if I'm
Right back
laggy.
at you. Not at all, not at all. Any Mario is good Mario. Everybody stick around for the drive with Mario Smith. Folks, it has been real, and we have one last segment, and that is rejected segments. That is rejected segments, and this rejected segment that Travis said, "Oh no, this is not a full bit," and I was thinking like we could do 10 minutes of this rejected segment. Would be Hal thinks he's a chicken. And so it would just be this rejected segment would be something like, and over. And
So
yeah,
again, I was trying to get across that if we got a hypnotist that could make you think, you weren't.
oh
It was more
yeah.
not
See, I
not.
just have this. I just have this. This chicken
Is
emergency
that all
chicken,
chicken? Is that just chicken?
just chicken.
Wow.
Andrew McLean, thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you, everybody. Grass Puddle, Rob Schaefer, Tim Ross, Deborah Rudnick, all of our friends. Thank you for being here. My boy Jonah and everybody hanging out in the chat. Thank you for being here today. Riyadh, Clock, Milo, Willie, Elizabeth, and everyone else who joined the show. Thank you for hanging out. We'll see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. on the West Coast, 2 p.m. on the East Coast. Thank you to everybody at Backchannel. Thank you, producer Travis. Thank you, producer Travis. And again, don't go anywhere. The Drive with Mario Smith right around the corner.